next, it's time for Truth or Fake. We're joined by Catalina Marchand-Abreu. Catalina, in today's edition, you're taking us to the US election campaign. CBS's 60 Minutes, it's being accused of editing its sit-down interview with Vice President Kamala Harris. Tell us about that.
CBS is facing immense backlash after the network is being accused of editing Kamala Harris's answers with her sit-down interview with 60 Minutes, particularly regarding her comments on Israel and Netanyahu's government in the interview that aired on October 7th. The controversy already began over Kamala Harris's lengthy answer to a question about Israel that opposition critics and commentators are calling a word salad, as CBS's actions are also being called by some as election interference. Users are sharing these posts, two clips side by side on social media, apparently two different versions of the same interview, the same question, but with two very different answers from Vice President Kamala Harris. In both clips, the journalist asks Harris, but it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening. Where we have what these users say is the actual longer answer in clip number 1. Let's take a listen.
But it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
Well, Bill, the work that we have done has resulted in a number of movements in that region by Israel that were very much prompted by or a result of many things, including our advocacy for what needs to happen in the region.
But it seems that Prime Minister...
Then here is clip number 2 that users say is the edited answer to the same question. Let's take a listen.
Netanyahu is not listening.
We're not going to stop pursuing what is necessary for the United States to be clear about where we stand on the need for this war to end.
As you can see, a much shorter, a completely different version of this answer that former President Donald Trump slammed in these fiery posts on his Truth Social. He claims they are illegal changes to this interview to make the VP look more presidential, or at least better, as Donald Trump demands that the network to apologize for hearing two different versions of the vice president's response to a question.
So did CBS actually do what it's being accused of, editing Harris's answers on Israel?
It seems that the claims are not completely untrue. CBS has aired two different versions of this interview, and Kamala Harris's answers will explain. On October 6th, so the day before CBS aired this interview, they published this teaser on X where that's over 2 minutes long, where they publish the longer answer to this question that critics are calling Harris's word salad. Also, on October 6th, they also published the same longer version on the network's YouTube page called Kamala Harris discusses U.S. relationship with Israel. However, on all versions after October 7th, so the day that the network aired the 60-minute sit-down interview, CBS publishes Harris's shorter response on their platforms. For example, the same shorter version appears on their online transcript published on their website on October 7th. The same version also appears on their website on October 8th, and also on October 8th, another version of this shorter version answer on their YouTube page. So it does seem that the broadcast, CBS does favor the shorter edited version of the vice president's answers. However, in the network's defense, they did publish both versions of Harris's answers on their platforms. Some defend CBS and say that they were not trying to hide anything, that this was a standard edit, perhaps due to its length, while others are saying that this was made to portray Harris in a more favorable light, calling it not journalism but fraud. We'll let you decide.
What are the two campaigns then saying about all of this?
Well, Sharon, the Trump campaign and Republican and conservative parties are demanding CBS to release the full 60 minutes unedited interview transcript with Kamala Harris. As earlier this week, CBS reported that former President Donald Trump canceled his scheduled appearance on the 60 Minutes October election special with what they say were shifting explanations, breaking in over half a century, they say, tradition where CBS has invited the Democrats and Republican tickets to appear on their broadcast as Americans head to the polls, while the Kamala Harris campaign distances themselves from this interview, this edit controversy, saying that they do not control CBS production decisions.
Catalina, thank you so much for that. That's Truth or Fake. Stay with us. We'll be right back with more world news.